Good morning, second graders, and welcome to math time. It is chapter 11, lesson 3, and our learning target today is estimate. Estimate means our best smart guess. Estimate the length of an object in centimeters or meters. Now, we've been learning that centimeters are about the width of your pinky, and meters are 100 of those. So quickly, I have my centimeter ruler that I printed out. This goes to 20, and I counted 5 of those. I printed out pieces of paper that came to 100 centimeters makes 1 meter. So I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. This strip is 100 centimeters. And if I was to hold this up to me, Mr. Garrett, I am just about 2 meters tall. I'm very tall. But let's take a look at what they want us to estimate and use our smart guesses on these. So let's take a look. It says, find an object that is shorter than the string. And this string is 13 centimeters. Let's see. Let's see if I can use my pen. If I line up my pen with the start of this string, it is longer. And that's not what I wanted. They said that I had to have something that was shorter than this. Let's see. I can't use the pen. Let's use a marker. That's my highlighter. Oh, that's exactly the same size. I start it at the beginning and I go right to the end. Let's see. Oh, I see something. Let's do this. I start the edge of my box right at the beginning, and when I go, it does not go past that line, so it is shorter, right? It is shorter than the string. Now, without using a ruler, tell how long you think the object is. And they've told us that this string is 13 centimeters long. So if that is 13 centimeters, I'm going to look and say it is a little more than half. So 13, if I said that's a near double of 6, it's a little more than the double of 6. So let's see. I would say this is more than half. I would say this is about 8 centimeters. Right? So I would guess 8 centimeters. I would have my smart guess, my estimate that it is 8 centimeters, and I can say it is more than half way from the start to the end. All right. Halfway would be a little more than 6, and this is more than that. It's about 2 centimeters more. I would say it's about 8. All right. Now, at home, when you're estimating, you can estimate your number of whatever you found, and then go ahead and get your ruler and check. All right. So I'll just check mine, even though it says estimate, right? We don't have to be exact, and I'm not going to change my number, but let's see. I start at the 0, and oh, look at that, right at about 8. So it is about 8 centimeters. So my thinking was correct. Let's move on. Page 536. It says the yarn is about 11 centimeters long. What is the best estimate of the length of the push pin? right? From here to here is 11, that whole length. And my push pin is only this to this. Now use the length of the object you know to estimate the length of the other object. The push pin is much shorter than the yarn. So 7 is not a good estimate, right? And it is not longer, the push pin is not longer than the yarn. So I can't have it be 13 because 13 is longer. That would be over here. So my best estimate is 2. All right. Let's keep moving along. Show and grow. I can do it. I love this. That is something that you should be saying to yourself all the time. The chalk is about 8 centimeters long. What is the best estimate of the length of the toothpick? Now, it doesn't say go get your ruler. It says we know that from this to this, from the start to the end, is 8. Right? From here to here, that is 8, that whole thing. Let's check and see what our numbers are. These are the best estimates: 6, 4, or 9. Well, right now, boys and girls, I know that you said 9 is bigger than 8, so it can't be 9. Let's see. And I bet, because we've been practicing, you know that 4 is a double for 8. So it would be exactly halfway, right? 4 and 4 makes 8. So it's not a double. It's not halfway. It won't be 4. So our only choice is 6. 6 centimeters. A little bit past halfway, or a little bit past 4. There you go. All right. The fishing pole is about 1 meter long. What is the best estimate of the alligator? So I have this, and I say this is 1 meter. And then I want to see about how long this alligator is. So I have this much, and then I can just estimate and say, there's another space that's about that big, and another space that's about that big. So how many spaces, how many 1 meter spaces are there on this alligator? Well, it's not 1 because that only does part of the tail. And it's not 2 because that only gets to about the middle of the body. It's 1, 2, 3 meters is our best estimate. Excellent. All right, let's keep going. Now we're on page 537. The hoverboard, that's this top one, is about 1 meter long. What's the best estimate of the surfboard? So if I take and I draw a line at the end of each of these ends on the hoverboard, I know that from one side to the other side is about 1 meter long. All right. So let's go and say this space is in the next section. Let's see. I'm going to say this to here to here is about the same as here to here. So I have how many spaces? 1 and another 1. That's 1, 2 meters. All right. Let's keep going. The pineapple is about 25 centimeters long. What is the best estimate of the length of the asparagus? So the pineapple from here to here is 25 centimeters. Centimeters I can abbreviate with cm. So 25 from this side to this side, the tip to the bottom, is 25 centimeters long. Is the asparagus longer or shorter? It's shorter. It's about that much shorter. Now, if I said that this is 25, And I wanted to find out if it was 3, 20, or 10. Let's see how many. If I were to think, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, because it ends in a 5. I can think in groups of 5. I can estimate and say, well, let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. My estimate. And let's see. So I have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It doesn't have to be exact because it's an estimate. It's our best guess. It didn't take away 1, 2, 3 sections to make it go down to 10 centimeters. And it didn't take away, or it's not almost just one of those little sections. It is about 1, 2, 3, 4 sections of 5, or just a little bit less than 25, which means it is the 20 centimeter mark. All right. What is the best estimate of the length of a notebook paper? Now let's think about this. Notebook paper from here, 21 centimeters, 1 meter, or 5 centimeters. Now, remember, from here to here is about a centimeter on your fingers, right? From this to this, on your little finger, your pinky finger. That's about. Are there just 5 when I go to measure a piece of paper? That just seems too small. And remember, 1 meter is 100 of these. And 100 is what I did when I had this big, long strip of paper. Does that seem like a good estimate for a strip of paper? Is it that long? No. That would be way too big to put into a backpack. So my answer is 21 centimeters. Now, let's think about this. What is the best estimate of a height of a traffic light? 1 meter. Remember, I said that Mr. Garrett is about 2 meters tall. So 1 meter is a traffic light taller or shorter than Mr. Garrett? Taller. So it is not 1 meter. 30 centimeters, that's just bigger than a piece of paper. Are traffic lights, stoplights, are those just a little bit bigger than a piece of paper? No. But they might be about 5 meters tall. So there is my best guess. All right, boys and girls, let's take a look at the bottom here. We're running out of time, but we can do this. And if we get cut off, I want you to do the practice sessions. Okay? You can do page 539, 540. So we're looking at something that's about 1 meter long, about 5 centimeters long, about 10 meters long, and about 50 centimeters long. All right. So I want to think from the smallest to the biggest. 5 centimeters, baseball bats are bigger than this. That looks like a fishing pole. This is a great big killer whale, an orca. That seashell, I bet, is about 5 centimeters long. Let's see, about 1 meter long. I'm going to say that would be the fishing pole is about 1 meter long. And about half that length is a baseball bat. And the biggest is the orca. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you paying attention. Do your best and go ahead and do the rest of the pages on your own.